In this video, we'll be looking at tests for divisibility, which are divisibility rules or conditions that enable us to determine whether a given number is divisible by some common numbers such as 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So it's quite interesting. Let's go ahead and check out what these divisibility tests are. I've clubbed these numbers together because the conditions are quite similar. So let's start off with 2. I have the dividend here, the given number 32138, and these are the divisors. So the divisibility test for 2 says that the last digit of the number should be an even number, and the last digit is always the units digit. So let's try to determine if this number is divisible by 2 or not. So 8 is an even number, so it is divisible by 2, right? Moving on to 4, the condition states that the last 2 digits should be divisible by 4. So the last 2 digits should be divisible by 4. In this dividend which is given, the last 2 digits are 38. Let's see if 38 is divisible by 4 or not. Let's actually divide it. 38. 4 nines are 36. The remainder is 2. 38 is not divisible by 4. So moving on to 8, the condition states that the last 3 digits should be divisible by 8. So the last 3 digits, let's see if 138 is divisible by 8 or not. So 8 ones are 8, remainder is 5, 8 comes down, 56. 8 sevens are 56, again the remainder is 2. So 138 is not divisible by 8. So this example here is only divisible by 2. Now one more point is that when you divide by 8, you can also check if it is divisible by 4 as well as if it is divisible by 2. The condition can be or divisible by both 4 and 2. Let's move on to 3 and 9. So the divisibility test for 3 is that the sum of all digits of the number, should be divisible by 3. And similarly, in the case of 9, the sum of all digits should be divisible by 9. So let's see if this number is divisible by 3 or 9. So the sum of digits is 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 5 plus 1. So 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 1 is 6 plus 5 is 11 plus 1 is 12. So 12 is divisible by 3, but 12 is not divisible by 9. So this number is divisible by 3 but not divisible by 9. Moving on, the divisibility test for 5 says that the last digit, the units digit, should be either 0 or 5. And for 10, it says that the units digit should be 0. Let's see if this number is divisible by 5 or 10. We see that the units digit is 0 and it satisfies both of these conditions. So it is divisible by 5 and 10. Now let's see the divisibility rule for 11. The difference between sum of alternate digits must be divisible by 11. So let's take this example and find out the alternate digits. So you need to take out the alternate digits. So let's mark the alternate digits: 6, then 7, and then 7. So let's add those alternate digits. So 6 plus 7 is one group, and 2 plus 7 is another group. So 6 plus 7 is 20, and 2 plus 7 is 9. And it says that the difference between sum of alternate digits. So we have summed up alternate digits, we have to calculate the difference. So the difference is 20 minus 9 is 11, and if this is divisible by 11, then the number is divisible by 11, otherwise it's not divisible by 11. So let's now solve this question and see if you have understood the concept or not. So the question is, if the number 526 star 243 is completely divisible by 3, then the smallest whole number in place of star would be. If this complete number is considered and it is divisible by 3, then what would come in place of this star? So the answer is quite simple. First you need to know the divisibility test of 3. So let's look at the divisibility test of 3. It says that sum of all digits should be divisible by 3. Let's sum up all those digits. So sum of digits is 5 plus 2 plus 6 plus the star plus 2 plus 4 plus 3. Now you need to calculate the sum of all this. So take out the star and sum up the rest of the numbers. So let's do it actually. 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 6 is 13, plus 2 is 15, plus 4 is 19, plus 3 is 22, plus we have the star, and the sum of digits is 22 plus star. Now you need to find out what would be the smallest value of star so that this number is divisible by 3. So let's start by putting 0. So if it's 0, then 22 would not be divisible by 3. If it is 22 plus 1, that is 23, then also it is not going to work. If the value of star is 2, so 22 plus 2 is 24, and 24 is divisible by 3. So the lowest value that this asterisk or star can take should be 2, so that the number is divisible by 3. So the correct answer is option C. Okay, let's solve another question. If x and y are two digits of the number 513xy such that the number is divisible by 80, what is x plus y? So what could be the answer? So let's write this number 513x and y. So 80 could be written as 8 into 10. So this number should be divisible by 8 as well as divisible by 10. So let's look at the divisibility test for 10. It is that units digit must be 0. So from the definition, from the condition, we can easily say that y should be equal to 0. Now what should be the value of x? So let's look at the divisibility condition for 8, which states that the last 3 digits should be divisible by 8. So the last 3 digits should be divisible by 8. So the last 3 digits are 3x and y, which is 0. So 3x is 0. So we need to find out x such that it is divisible by 8. So start putting values in x starting from 0. So 300 divided by 8, which is not going to work. When x is taken as 1, 310 divided by 8. So 310 is also not divisible by 8. 320 divided by 8. It is divisible. 8 4s are 32 and then 0. So answer is 40. So 320 is divisible by 8. So x should be equal to 2. So what should be the value of x plus y, which is 2 plus 0, which is 2. So the answer to this question should be the option C. The best way to remember these conditions is to group them the way I explained in the video. So let's revise them once more. So the divisibility test for 2 is that the last digit should be an even number, that is, it should be divisible by 2. In case of 4, the last 2 digits are considered and those 2 digits should be divisible by 4. In case of 8, the last 3 digits should be divisible by 8. In case of 3, we sum up all the digits of the number and see if it is divisible by 3 or not. For 9, again we sum up all the digits and see if it is divisible by 9 or not. For 5, the units digit must be 0 or 5. For 10, the units digit must be 0. And for 11, we take up alternate digits, we sum up alternate digits, and then we take the difference between them. We took up alternate digits and then we took their difference, and if that difference is divisible by 11, then the number is divisible by 11.